everyone, this is the results video to the giveaway that we did. Well, it's Friday, and I think I released that video on Wednesday, so I'm a little past due, but I guess it is what it is. We just have to move forward with to recap, I pay for shipping. There's no swapping, like asking for this particular drone. If you're picked first, you win the first prize or quad or box that was in the original video. If you're picked second, you get the second box, third, fourth, so on. If there are tariffs or taxes or anything like that, I won't cover those. Those will be up to you to cover. I only shipped them once, so once I ship them off, if they come back, I don't ship them again or try alternate address or something like that. That's done. I've done my part to try to get it to you. Now it's back to probably the next giveaway. Yeah, I ship them as they're in the box. I don't take them apart or disassemble them, anything like that. If you're in a location that doesn't accept drones, you know that. Save the channel a little money if you just came forward with that rather than us trying to send it and then just coming back. Sometimes it can take 4 or 5 months before we see them back. Oh yes. The people that are selected when we get to that part, you should have an email either waiting for you or coming to you after the video is published. I try to time those things. I know that kind of tempers the excitement, but that's the way I've been doing it. And you have 5 days to reply to that email. So if you don't check your email for 120 hours after the moment it is received, time stamped by my sent, then you don't get it. It just goes back into the next giveaway. We don't pick another person or anything like that. So 5 days, 120 hours after I send my email. So I don't ask you that you have to watch the this results video, but that is something that I've always done just to make sure everybody has a second opportunity to know that they've won, as well as to make sure everybody understands that I do give these things away. I can't imagine how many boxes we'd have after 9 years of doing this sort of stuff. I guess probably the first couple years it was quite a bit slower. But anywho, so that's kind of the recap. We'll get down to the desk, we'll do a quick review, and then we'll do the random.org integer generator in order to select the columns or the rows in the spreadsheet from the form. And we'll pick those 6 winners. All right, we're greeted here by this ugly mug. Let's go down. 3.9 thousand views. I've noticed on giveaways that they don't have the attraction I think of regular videos do. I suspect that's because a lot of regular viewers are just passing on the opportunity because they already have plenty of quads and are hoping that this makes its way to somebody else that could use it more, which I think is very gracious by everyone. Lots of comments, 254 comments, 627 thumbs up. And this was upvoted 11 times, and boy, that's high regards. You and Bardwell have been very helpful for those of us looking to get into FPV. I really appreciate that, and I appreciate a lot of the comments in the video section down here. Nick, you're one of the only a couple of channels that when I see a notification, I actually click on to watch as soon as possible. Thank you for the time and effort you put in and the information that you share. Of course, this is something that I love to do. It's a hobby of mine, and I'm a little bit delayed because it was quite a week of family life and work life. But let's go over here. We're going to jump down below all the individual responses so as not to reveal individual names. So you can see we got 1,729 responses, and in the spreadsheet here, it goes to 1,730. But of course, number 1 is just our column headers. So RJJ is our final entry into, entry number 1730. I randomized these after I kind of hid the columns that we didn't want to publish in the video here. But something that, some questions that I ask, we'll cover these pretty quickly. So of the people who submitted the survey results, 40% are not in the US. And then we have 30% that have not ordered a DJI 04 or 04 Pro. 15% have not recently purchased a DJI 04 or 04 Pro. Then when I said of those that answered this particular way, I presume they would have ordered it and they received it and they're in the US. which was a total of 117, which is 16.8%. And then we have some smaller breakouts here. You can see we've got 13 different responses down here. One of them is, have you tried the new OpenIPC HD video transmission system? 91.6, which is a really high amount. No. And let's see, yes was 2.7, or 46 people that submitted. And what's that was 5.7. If we go over to the results here, we'll see a few that actually said they wanted to know more about it. Now, I am far from an expert on it. I have got a setup here from Emacs, which I wasn't sure I was going to review, and I told them that, and I still haven't decided whether I'm going to just kind of show it from a newbie perspective, which I consider myself a newbie on it because I'm not well read or not well versed on it. But there's a few in here that I thought wanted to know more about the OpenIPC. I think Mads Tech is probably a better channel for you to look at for information on OpenIPC. I think he's made more than one video, and you know, he always does a deep technical dive, and hopefully you can find chapters within his videos that will help you understand. Basically, it's another FPV video transmission system that is in the scale of or on par with, and I know this is up for debate, Caddx, Walk Snail Avatar, as well as the DJI system. I don't think too many people would compare it to Analog or to HD0 because I don't think its latency is nearly that low. But what we're going to do, I'm going to scroll about halfway up here into our respondents here. Cheaper digital FPV. That's Analog. And then I've already got this set, so we're going to generate one number at a time. We're going to start at number 2 because number 1 is our column headers, and then we're going to go all the way down to 1730, which I think, just to double check myself, 1730, I said it twice in this video already, didn't I? Yeah, 1730 RJJ is the last one down there. So we'll press this once, and it'll output a number, and then we'll jump over to this spreadsheet, and we'll find out who that matches to. Again, you should have an email either about the time this releases or shortly thereafter this release. But let's get started. We're going to do this 6 times. There may be some pauses or cuts here because I do a manual record keeping as I go through this to write down on my little pad over here by the side. I'm just making the numbers now before I get started. All right, I got 6 slots on my notepad over here. Let's get a number. 742. We scroll through. 742. 740. Legend 549. And you're not in the US. Have you tried the new OpenIPC? No. X8 Tiny Whoops. Is that supposed to be an emoji, possibly, the X8? I'm not real well versed on what the type is for those emojis. But Legend 549, congratulations. You are the first winner, and you are the winner of the first Fox Quad, whatever appeared in the video first in the original video. I'm just going to write that down to make sure I have it. Legend 549. Okay, back over to random.org. We do it again. 352. Who is it going to be? 352. Deezy. D-E-E. All caps, mind you. Z-Y. Oh, and presumably from this answer, he did order a DJI-04. He is in the U.S. and did not receive it. That hurts. Hasn't tried the OpenIPC. Low light comparisons between 04 and Analog. I think I did one, and that's problem with how I do my videos is I kind of do it within other products. The HD0 Lux camera does surprisingly well, especially when you compare it to 04, which I did in the Mobila 6 Freestyle HD video, I think, on the channel. Yeah, I think I did that in there. So, DZ, congratulations. You're the winner of package number 2 in the original video. Back to random.org. 875. Not getting any numbers above 1,000 yet. 75. 875 is Alex V. Alex V. Not in the US, has not tried OpenIPC, and wants to see more DJI-04 Pro drone reviews. Well, Alex, you know, being as I am in the US, I don't know how much more of that stuff we're going to see unless something changes. I think I could still get them, but for a Mac, most viewers, as if you trust YouTube's analytics, most of the viewers of this channel are in the US. And I'm not sure about any of the products coming in, if they actually come with 04s, or I'm gonna have to put an 04 in it. So, but anyways, congratulations, Alex V. You're number 875 and the third winner in our original video. So you get package number 3. Random.org again. 113. 113. Gotta go way up. 113. Utah FPV. I wonder if Utah is in Utah or maybe just from Utah. Have you recently bought a DJI 404 Pro? No, only pre-built quads arrive just fine. Yeah, that's what I hear mostly, is that if you buy an 04 quad, whether it's 04 or 04 Pro, that they do arrive in the US just fine. I think it's that DJI product labeling that really gets hung up in customs when coming into the US. Current topics surrounding FPV and recreational flying, maybe. Not quite sure what the idea is around there. I could be quite literal, and sometimes I need specifics. But I appreciate the suggestion. In Utah FPV, your winner number 4. Go back to random.org. 28. Went so fast I barely saw it flash. 28. That's not that far away here. Oh, went past it. 28 is Seppi 4. Seppi with the number 4. Not in the US. Hasn't tried the OpenIPC. And interested in analog related things. Interesting. All right, Seppi. So you are the winner of package number, or box number 5. And this will be our final box. We had 6. For the moment, I added 1 to it. 325. Boy, we didn't get anything over 1,000. 325, right? 325. 25. That's why I randomize these things, just to create an extra bit of randomization. Cosmic Dust FPV. We have at least 2 people that I can say are certainly into FPV at some level, because they have FPV in the name. And then there's a couple of names that possibly could already be in the FPV hobby. Not in the US, Cosmic isn't. Has tried the OpenIPC. More modifications that we can do to our own drones. Well, that's tough. What sort of modifications would that be? I mean, are we talking different canopies and camera mounts? Or are we talking more design type features? Or I'm just kind of wondering what the idea is. That's a good one. Gets me thinking. Cosmic Dust, congratulations. You're our final winner for this evening. And it is evening. I just finished the Chiefs game and getting my 15-year-old home. She was at a movie night with one of her friends. Going without the glasses here for just a second. It's a funny thing about my glasses. I cannot see as clearly with my glasses on because I am, what's it called? I am nearsighted, so I can not see far away. Is that right? Never concerned myself too much with that. So my glasses are mainly for when I'm driving, or I'm outside, or I'm at work because it's a big building. But most of the time my glasses sit right here as people come into my office and stuff like that. But and my prescription's pretty mild too. I didn't always have glasses. Didn't get them until I was in my mid to late 30s. But okay, again, we have Legend 549, winner number 1, DZ, winner number 2, Alex V, number 3, Utah FPV, number 4, Seppi, number 4 is number 5, and we have Cosmic Dust FPV is number 6. Those are our winners. You should all have an email from me, so be sure to check your email. Again, have to check it and reply within 5 days or 120 hours of when, you know, the time stamping of when I sent that on out. I appreciate all the suggestions. There's lots of good suggestions in there. I spent a little time earlier today kind of looking through those things. I know that I don't tend to come up with reasons to make videos. Sorry, my 15-year-old is texting me as she's getting out of the shower. One moment. I don't tend to try to come up with reasons to create videos. That's kind of why I've always just kind of done reviews and builds. There have been a sprinkling of other sorts of videos on the channel, but I feel like I beat this horse up all the time. I don't want to feel like I'm trying to put my videos in front of you just so you'll watch them because I need the YouTube money or something like that. This is truly just a hobby for me, and the funds don't pay for anything personal. If I need the funds, it's usually for something, maybe a light stops working or something, so I buy, and I'm a cheapskate, so I buy cheap ones off of eBay and stuff like that. This camera is a Sony A51. I have got a backup. It's certainly dusty. So it's this type of camera, but that one's black. No special lens or anything. I bought this one off of eBay because I thought this one stopped working and I was having troubles getting it to work. And so I found one on eBay because this camera hasn't been made in years. And I thought from the seller's perspective that it would be reliable. I did test it out. It does work just fine. Matter of fact, I used this for a video within the last year or two. I just set it on a tripod and recorded a different spot for some different flavor. But this is the high quality equipment that I tend to use. But I do have something interesting as an idea for the next giveaway. So keep this in mind for those of you that made it all the way to this end of the video. I think the next giveaway, I think it'll be fun. Some people might really, really not like it, but I think it'll be fun, and it will be kind of a challenge in a way. It'll be kind of a channel trivia. I won't make it really, really difficult. You know, what did I say at minute 5 of a video published on September 18th of 2017? Nothing like that. I'm not going to do that sort of challenge. It's kind of like one of those things that you would probably know if you've been watching the channel for a while. And I don't know about the requirements as far as, you know, if you get a question wrong or if you have to get a certain number right to be included. But I think we need to have some sort of carrot there for those that, you know, I shouldn't dig too deep because that's not fair. But I think that would be fun. Let me know if you think a channel quiz sort of giveaway form to get a winning would be something that you would also think would be fun and enjoyable, because that was something I was kind of rolling around in the back of my head when I made this form. Was a quiz would kind of be fun. I enjoy those at work. We put those together at work sometimes, usually for the Friday afternoons, where pretty much half of our staff or our employees are not working our corporate headquarters. I'm a corporate employee, but I'm not at headquarters. I'm remote, not remote here, but a remote site. And so we have oftentimes on Friday, somebody will put together a challenge or quiz about our job, our position, our organization, what have you. And it's kind of fun. And we tend to go over that via Zoom because we're all over the country and people in my position. So I thought it would be fun to do here too. Okay, I've gone on long. I've said it once again, but let's say him once. Let's say him a third time here. Legend 549, DZ, Alex V, Utah FPV, Seppi 4, and Cosmic Dust FPV. Congratulations to you all. You all are winners, and you should all either receive an email from me very, very shortly, or you've already got one. I appreciate everybody who's come along, made some great suggestions, and I'll definitely dig through those as time allows, and maybe we'll see a few of them pop up on the channel here. If you do think that the quiz idea is a good idea for another giveaway, let me know down in the comments section. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. I appreciate your time. Thanks for watching.